My Outlook Days, Part 2, written by Vinod Mehta. People often ask me, who are your gurus? Frankly, I don't have any because gurus usually turn out to have feet of clay. Two journalists, however, have influenced me. Nikhil Chakravarti for his honest and fairness, and Kushan Singh for his mischief and malice. George Varghese, Kuldeep Nayyar, Shyam Lal, Nihal Singh, Girilal Jain, Inder Malhotra, Rajendra Mathur, while giving respectability to the profession, are not gurus for me, but people I look up to. Nikhil Chakravarti was an extraordinary journalist. His columns may have been ponderous and heavy, nevertheless, his decency and rectitude were unquestionable. In the course of my troubled career, I have knocked on the late Nikhil Das' door many times to seek his counsel and guidance. On one occasion, he candidly confessed, I am sorry, you will have to sort this problem out yourself. He went up further in my esteem. Once a month, it was my custom to treat Nikhil to lunch at the house of Ming at the Taj Mansingh. I would pick him up from his Kaka Nagar house, bring him to the Chinese restaurant, get gyan from him about the hurly burly in Lutyens Delhi, and drop him back. I am yet to meet another journalist who is as well informed as Nikhil Chakravarti was. Every morning, including Sundays, a taxi driven by a Sardar would arrive at his house to take him on his rounds. Since he was completely trustworthy, all manners of VVIPs opened up to him: prime ministers, cabinet ministers, governors, opposition leaders, and bureaucrats. If he trusted you, he would happily pass on the information on the condition that if it was used, it would not be sourced to him. Our relationship was not a one way street. Whatever little stuff I had gathered, I too passed on to him. 11 October 1995 was our launch date. Through some luck and through some effort, I had stockpiled in my arsenal the atom bomb I was desperately looking for. When the magazine hit the stands, there was some excitement, but not huge. That was before my old friend and foe, Bala Saheb Thackeray, stepped in. I had known Bala Saheb from my Bombay days. His cynics had torched Sunday Observer vans more than once. At Outlook, they have continued with that kind of vandalism. He had also been active along with Sharad Pawar in the YB Chavan controversy, which forced me to flee Bombay. Despite our ideological differences, I had tea with him at his house, Matoshri. My friend, the former editor of Granta, Ian Jack, enjoyed telling the story of how his appointment with the Shiv Sena leader was cancelled. Jack arrived in time at Matoshri to be informed that Bala Sahib would not be able to see him. When Ian Jack asked why, he was told loose motions. Jack would double up with laughter as he uttered the words loose motions. In gentle Britain, toilet details are never mentioned. Given the alienation in Srinagar, Sopore, Baramulla, Bandipora, and Anantnag, the findings of the poll were neither shocking nor unexpected. To the question of whether a solution to the Kashmir problem existed within the framework of the Indian Constitution, 77% said no. Neither did the respondents believe, that is 80%, that elections were the answer. Even before Radha Kumar and Dilip Padgonkar interlocuted, 72% opted for Azadi. Only 19% thought merger with Pakistan was a good idea. On the cover, we splashed the results. First ever opinion poll in Kashmir, and under this tagline announced 77% say no solution within Indian Constitution. Bala Sahib Thackeray threw a tantram at our traitorous act. He ordered his Shiv Sainiks to forthwith burn copies of the magazine. This order was communicated through the Shiv Sena mouthpiece Samna. Bala Sahib was quoted as saying he had not read the magazine, but if such an article had been published, it was anti national and would not be tolerated. The BJP, then ruling Maharashtra, along with the Sena, defended its ally. The integrity of the nation is more important than a magazine article, an office bearer of the party declared. Pramod Navalkar, the colorful cultural affairs minister, told Bombay Times such editors, that is me, should be banned from holding a pen in their hand. Thanks to Mr. Thackeray, the torching of our launch issue resulted in instant headlines. Front page pictures of Sainiks, swords unsheathed, joyfully burning copies of Outlook appeared in national dailies and TV news. The pyromania lasted a couple of days. The Editors Guild of India, the Press Council, PUCL, the Congress leader Vilasrao Deshmukh, civil society organizations condemned the action. It was a minor clash of civilizations. Outlook thus received the kind of free publicity which neither money nor power could buy. The Bombay press, particularly went to town on the burning issue, probably because I was a Bombay lad with a history both good and bad. I half jokingly told one journalist that Bala Sahib Thackeray seemed to be performing the role of the magazine's circulation manager. It was a dream launch for Outlook, and it was noticed. M.V. Kamath in the Tribune wrote, Vinod Mehta has done it. Outlook, the new magazine, is in a class by itself. Edited with great flair, Outlook has a professional touch. The inaugural issue has become the talk of the town. The Economic Times verdict: Outlook is all that it promised to be. Well, almost. The stories are crisp, professional, and at times dramatic. It reckoned Mr. Mehta is characteristically petulant in his editorial, but his Delhi diary is something else. The anecdote about Salman Rushdie has to be read. It is too good to reproduce. In all, Outlook seems good value for money at rupees 10. But in this chancy business, one never knows what succeeds and what does not. Rohit Pillai in Bombay magazine mixed praise with a warning. Vinod Mehta is at it again, doing what he does best: launch a new publication in a high powered manner, pick it with talented people, and win readers over. The general response to his new weekly is that this is an old story where Mehta is concerned. The launch is spectacular, but his staying power is suspect. Kushwan Singh, too, in his Hindustan Times column, remarked about my lack of stamina. He felt in a crowded magazine market, and given my erratic history, Outlook stood little chance. Fortunately for me, the believers greatly outnumbered the disbelievers. After the first issue, all of us at Safdarjung Enclave were basking in the warm glow of mission accomplished. Of the many publications I have launched, it is safe for me to say that none of them got off as promisingly as Outlook did. Sharad Pawar followed me to Outlook, or more accurately, I followed Sharad Pawar in Outlook. Just after the March 1993 Bombay blasts, masterminded by then underworld Don and now international terrorist Daud Ibrahim, the Internal Security Minister Rajesh Pilot set up the NN Vohra Committee to look into the criminal politician nexus in the country. The mandate of the committee, headed by Home Secretary N.N. Vohra, stated to take stock of all available information about the activities of crime syndicates or mafia organizations which had developed links with and were being protected by government functionaries and political personalities. The purpose of setting up the committee, the Bombay blasts had led to intense speculation and anxiety about Dawood's political links, especially in Maxim city, that is Bombay. In the middle of 1995, the Vohra Committee report was tabled in Parliament. There were well founded expectations the committee, aided by the Home Ministry and the Intelligence and Revenue departments, would reveal the dreaded nexus, the existence of which was the worst kept secret in the country, and reveal it with some specific detail. The 12-page report Mr. Vohra submitted to Parliament was, alas, a travesty. The opposition poured scorn on it. It contained nothing more than generalities and platitudes. Sample: the various crime syndicate or mafia organizations have developed significant muscle power and money power and established linkages with government functionaries, political leaders, and other to be able to operate with impunity. Even as the report was tabled, the grapevine in Delhi was buzzing about the explosive annexures which formed the basis of the report and were supposed to be attached to the appraisal. The fact that they existed was confirmed by Home Minister S.B. Chauhan. Curiously, they had gone missing. Thank you for listening. People often ask me, who are your gurus? Frankly, I don't have any, because gurus usually turn out to have feet of clay. Feet of clay means a weakness or hidden flaw. Even before Radha Kumar and Dilip Padgaonkar interlocuted, 70% opted for Azadi. Interlocute. Interlocutor means a dialogue or conversation between two parties. The pyromania lasted a couple of days. Pyromania. Pyromania means a mental illness in which a person feels a strong wish to start fires. The Bombay press particularly went to town on the burning issue. Go to town means to do something in a detailed and enthusiastic way. It reckoned, Mr. Mehta is characteristically petulant in his editorial. Petulant, P-E-T-U-L-E-N-T, petulant means childishly sulky or bad-tempered. The 12-page report Mr. Vohra submitted to Parliament was, alas, a travesty. T-R-A-V-E-S-T-Y, travesty means a false, absurd or distorted representation of something. The opposition poured scorn on it. It contained nothing more than generalities and platitudes. Platitudes, platitudes means a remark with a moral content that is repeatedly used. The various crime syndicates and mafia organizations have developed significant muscle and money power and established linkages with government functionaries, political leaders, and others to be able to operate with impunity. IMPUNITY. Impunity means exemption from punishment. Thank you very much.